Is the Polo Vivo Life worth buying? What makes this car stand out? Let's review this car and discuss the pros and cons. And please let me know if you'd still go for this car or you'd go for another hatchback. The Polo Vivo comes in 4 different variants or models. The entry-level Polo Vivo is 271,000, and the one that I'm currently reviewing, which is the Polo Life, starts at 294,000. And then this is the Polo Life Tiptronic, which starts at 326,000. So this is the only model that has an automatic gearbox. It's a 6-speed automatic gearbox. And then you get the Polo Vivo style, which starts at 324,000. And the top spec model, which is the Polo Vivo GT, which starts at 363,000. So with the entry-level Polo Vivo, the Polo Vivo Life, which is the one we're currently reviewing, the Polo Vivo Style, and the Polo Vivo GT are the only models that offer manual gearboxes. So the only difference when it comes to gearboxes with the models I just mentioned is that with the top spec model, which is the Polo Vivo GT, you get a 6-speed manual gearbox instead of a 5-speed manual gearbox. If you're not willing to settle for a manual gearbox or you just want an automatic gearbox, you would need to opt for the Polo Vivo Life Tiptronic. The entry-level Polo Vivo comes with a 1.4-liter 4-cylinder engine producing 55 kilowatts and 130 Newton meters of torque. The current one that we are reviewing, which is the Polo Vivo Life, comes with a 1.4-liter 4-cylinder engine producing 63 kilowatts and 132 Newton meters of torque. The Polo Vivo Life Tiptronic and the Polo Vivo Style comes with a 1.6-liter 4-cylinder engine producing 77 kilowatts and 153 Newton meters of torque. The top range model, which is the Polo Vivo GT, comes with a 1-liter 3-cylinder turbocharged engine producing 81 kilowatts and 200 Newton meters of torque. The claimed fuel consumption for the Polo Vivo Life is 5.9 liters per 100 kilometers. One thing that also stands out about this car is that it's petrol efficient and then it's very reliable. And also the nice part with VW cars is that parts are easily accessible, right? You don't have to wait months for them to be imported from another country and all that, So that's one of the factors a person should consider before buying a car. With the Polo Vivo, once you fill up the tank, you can drive a very long distance. It's very fuel efficient. So it's actually known for that. That's what I know VW for, especially with the Polos. That's what I know it for. The interior of this car is very decent and simple. There isn't much differences or changes compared to their old models. So all the models of the Polo Vivo come with a 9-inch infotainment system, and it is Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It also comes with a multifunctional steering wheel. You can use this to adjust your volume or to control the instrumental cluster. You can check things like your petrol consumption and all that. This model doesn't have a leather-wrapped steering wheel. You can only get that on the Polo Vivo Style and the Polo Vivo GT. But to be honest, it's not a train smash. I still think this looks very nice. The Polo Vivo Life does not come with an armrest. You can only get an armrest as an optional extra. So the downside to getting the entry level of the Polo Vivo is that you don't even get an option to get an armrest. So this car does not have cruise control. You can only add it as an optional extra. The entry level, unfortunately, obviously doesn't have it, but you cannot even add it as an optional extra. So to be honest, I don't know how to feel about that. And a big shout out to Bidrest McCarthy VW Arcadia for allowing me to use their car to do this review. I really appreciate it. If you're looking for a brand new pre-owned car, even if it's not a VW, please call them on this number. You get manually adjustable mirrors, so you just have to use knobs to adjust them like the old days. And this issue of having to ask the passenger to adjust the mirror for you guys, like in 2025, and you're spending so much in a car, I'm not happy about that part. And before we continue, please don't forget to subscribe. This car only has electrically adjustable or power windows for the driver and the passenger in the front, but the rear windows for the passengers at the back come with mechanically adjustable windows. Anyway, for me, I feel like that's not a biggie, but it would be nice, to just press a button, but yeah, it is what it is. The seats in this car are very comfortable. To be honest, the Polo Vivo is a very comfortable car, even for long distance driving. Wow, it's very comfortable. And then here on the sides, you get a bit of storage for bottles and other stuff. And this car has 2 cup holders. So the leg room and headroom is very decent. This car comes with halogen headlamps and halogen fog lamps. You can only get the LED headlamps or headlamps as an optional extra on the Polo Vivo Life, the Polo Vivo Style, and the top spec model, which is the Polo Vivo GT. Well, again, unfortunately, with the entry-level Polo Vivo, you cannot get the LED headlamps or headlights as an optional extra. This car does not come with a parking package. You can only add it as an optional extra. And again, unfortunately, on the entry-level Polo Vivo, you cannot even add it as an option. So just know with the Polo Vivo, man, you just get that car as it is. So another noticeable difference with this year's Polo Vivo is that the Vivo it's literally just written under the badge, under the VW badge. It's no longer on the side like it was with the other models. So in terms of the boot space, this is 280 liters, which is quite spacious, It's decent. And then you also get a spare wheel and tools. They are standard. Wow. Yeah, so when I was checking, I was like, wow, okay, this is standard at least, So this car comes with 2 airbags, and you can add additional airbags at a price. Obviously, it's VW after all. This car doesn't come with front and rear carpets as standards, so you would need to add them as an optional extra. So luckily, that's also an option on the entry-level model. The carpets for the front passengers and back passengers only come as a standard on the Polo Vivo GT. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe and please like the video. Well, I don't get why we're even discussing things like carpets, I feel like that's like basics. So the fact that you have to add it as an additional extra, let's not make sure. But anyway, it's safe to say that this car, it's a bit overpriced, to be honest, because you don't even get carpet, you don't get an armrest, even on the Polo Life, this one that we're reviewing, you don't even get an armrest, So looking at cars such as the Toyota Starlet XI, the Suzuki Baleno GL, which are both entry-level cars, right? So the Toyota Starlet XI is 258,000, and the Suzuki Baleno is 266,000. And both cars, okay, it's practically the same car, but yeah, both cars you get a rear view camera, you get cruise control, and you also get an armrest. And that is standard. You don't need to pay an extra price just to get things like armrest, But when it comes to driving experience, to be honest, the VW takes the crown. It does take the crown because, one thing about the Polo Vivo, it's also stable, especially when you're on the highway driving at high speed like 120. It's very stable compared to other cars, So in terms of driving experience, I'd give it a 10. The Polo is a cool car, and it looks nice, it's reliable, it's comfortable, and it's fuel efficient. The Polo Vivo comes with a 3-year, 120,000 kilometers warranty, and it also comes with a 5-year, 150,000 kilometer engine warranty, whichever comes first. The Polo Vivo does not come with a maintenance plan and service plan. You can only get that as an optional extra. We've come to the end of the review, so I want to know from you, would you go for the Polo Vivo? And if so, which model would you go for? And please let us know why in the comment section. And if not, which car would you go for and why? Do you think this car is fairly priced, or do you think it's overpriced? So I would like to know if the Polo Vivo is worth it. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure that you like, you subscribe, and please comment. I would really appreciate it. Please do not forget to subscribe. And also, you can follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm active on Instagram and TikTok at Elizabeth_Dagi. Thank you so much for watching. See you on the next one.